Hello children, today I am going to explain you second chapter, moral science second chapter, one grand therapy. The students open page number 9 and please take pencil in your hand and put pencil on the line which I will read. Okay, now start. Once Jesus was walking along a street. He saw a crowd of people throwing stones at the young woman who was crying helplessly in pain. Her clothes were badly torn and she was bleeding. Jesus immediately rushed to her help. He stopped everybody and asked, "Why are you stoning this poor woman?" What happened one day? Jesus was walking along the street and he saw crowd. Crowd is a collective noun, students. It's a collective noun. Crowd of people. He saw a crowd of people. They were throwing a stone on a poor at a young woman who was crying helplessly in pain. She was in pain and she was crying, and the people were throwing a stone at her. And her clothes were badly torn. Her clothes were torn, and she was bleeding. And not only they have thrown the stone at her. That's why she was bleeding. And after seeing that, Jesus immediately rushed to her. She went to help her, and he stopped everybody and asked why you all are beating her, why you all are throwing a stone at that poor woman. What happened? Why you all are doing this? They spoke in one voice. She is a woman of bad character. She would be beaten till death. At this Jesus smiled and spoke very calmly. Well, gentlemen, this woman deserved to be punished, but only the person who has committed no evil so far will be given the right to punish her. Okay. Now they spoke in one voice. They told to Jesus that she is a They spoke in one voice and they told that she is a woman of bad character. Okay, and she should be beaten, she should be punished till the death. At this, Jesus smiled. After listening that, Jesus smiled and told to them. See, Jesus was very calm and quiet. Now he is saying to them, "Well, gentlemen, okay, if you want to beat them, if you want to punish them, then okay, you can do it. But the person who will and she deserved to be punished, but only the person will punish who has not committed any evil. Evil means, students, immoral thing. Okay, only that person will beat who has done who has not done immoral thing. Only that person will punish her, and so far will be given the right to punish her. Only that person has the right to punish her. It means, students, after listening all this thing, Jesus told to them, to the crowd, that okay, if you want to punish them, then you are free, but only that person will punish who has not done any wrong thing, who has not done any evil thing or immoral thing. Only that person has the right to punish her. Hearing this, all of them realized that there is no one on this earth who is untouched by evil. So they dropped their stones and went away. The woman fell at the Lord's feet, who in turn forgave her and blessed her. After this thing, the crowd has realized that there is no one who has not done any immoral thing or evil thing. After this, they have dropped, they have put the stone and they went away from there. It means they don't want to punish her, because they have realized that all the people have done mistake or all the people have done evil things, so they don't have the right to punish her. After seeing all this thing, the woman fell at Lord's feet, and the Lord means the Jesus have forgave her and blessed her. In return, that the Jesus have forgave her and blessed her also. Next page, students. Okay, students, tell me what is the right thing. To forgive anyone is the right thing. Suppose that if your friend has done something wrong with you and your brother and sister, and if you think your parents have done something wrong, anyone has done wrong something with you, that what you will do? You should forgive them or not? Okay, think this question in your mind, and after completing this, uh, will you please tell to yourself what you should do? You should forgive them or not? Next page, student, page number 10. Friends, did you see how forgiveness calmed a harsh situation down? It not only made the people realize their mistake, but showed that woman the right way too. Forgiveness is that wonderful therapy which has the power to give a new life. A therapy is that technique which has got all the powers to help. Okay, students, have you seen what happened? The forgiveness have calmed a harsh situation. The situation what before a minute the people want to beat them, punish. People want to beat her, punish her. But what happened after hearing the words of Jesus? They have realized that they were not able to punish her. Means the forgiveness, they have forgive that lady, they have forgive her, and after forgiving this, forgiving her, the situation has now calmed down. Everything has become okay, and it not only made the people realize their mistake, but showed that the woman has also realized her mistake and she has changed her way. And forgiveness is that wonderful, it's a very wonderful therapy which has the power. Forgiveness has the power to gift a new life. That, as you can see, the forgiveness has given the new life to that lady, to that woman. In the same way, forgiveness has the power to gift a new life to animal. And therapy is that technique which has got all the powers to heal. Heal means, students, we can say cure, or to make or become well again. Okay, and the forgiveness is that technique which has the power to cure all the wounds, and we can say to make or become well again. It can fix all the things again. Next, when someone does something wrong against us, we act revengefully because we are not aware of the language of forgiveness that has neither words nor voice. It works on a strong principle of transforming effect. It works on a strong principle of transforming effect. Forgiveness not only elevates the rank of the person who practices it, but transforms the one on whom it is showered. Okay, when someone does something wrong, students, against us, we act revengefully. Revenge means, students, harm done to someone as a punishment for harm that they have done to someone else. Okay, if we think that we have to take the revenge, then it's a wrong thing, that someone has done wrong with us, and in return this we want to take revenge and want to punish them. Why we all want to do this? Because we don't know the language of forgiveness. We don't know the power of forgiveness that has neither the words nor voice. Means the forgiveness has not the words nor the voice, and we don't know the power of forgiveness. That's why we want to take the revenge. That's why we want to punish them. It works on a strong principle of transforming effect, and we don't know that it works on a principle that even change the effect also. If you forgive anyone, that totally the effect will change. Okay, the result will totally change. Forgiveness not only elevates the rank. Elevates means, students, raise or lift. Elevates means raise or lift the rank of the person who practices it. Means forgiveness raise the rank of the person who has this quality, who has the quality of forgiveness, and but transform the one on whom it is showered. And it it's raise the rank of the person who has the quality of forgiveness, students, but it also transform the lives of that person to whom the forgiveness has shown. Okay, it changed the life of that person also, who to whom we want to punish or to whom we want to take revenge. If we will show the forgiveness on that person, that change the life of that person also, and it also raise the rank of that person who shows the forgiveness. But like every great quality, forgiveness is tough to practice too, for it is very difficult to allow our hearts to go freely. Students, it's very difficult quality. It's very difficult to adopt forgiveness. It's very tough to practice it. Okay, but forgive, and it's very difficult to allow our hearts that to forgive the person who has done wrong with us, who has done immoral things. It's very difficult, it's very hard to leave that person freely who has done wrong with us. For that, we should realize deeply that a revengeful heart act like slow poison on life and makes it burdensome and meaningless. But we have to understand that if we fill our hearts with revenge, a revengeful hearts, it's act like a poison. It means that we are keeping poison in our hearts and putting poisons in our body. Okay, it's act like a poison. If we keep a revenge, or if we want to take revenge in our heart, to want to punish them, then it acts like a poison. Okay, and it makes burdensome and meaningless. It makes the burdensome and meaningless of our life. So it's very important for that we adopt the quality of forgiveness, and we forgive that person who has done wrong with us, or who has done the sins, or who has done the evil things. Okay, it's very important, not for that person who has done wrong, but for to ourselves also. If we will forgive to anyone, then we free our heart also. Okay, then we will free our hearts from the poison, for the revenge, and for all the evil things also. Next page. This way you will be able to remove all the scars from your heart and impurities from your mind, and end up getting a brand new you and reuniting with that person. By doing this, students, we will remove, by doing that, we'll remove all the scars from our heart and impurities from our heart. We remove all the impurities from our hearts and from our mind also, and at last we end up getting a brand new. We find that we are a new person, we are a brand new person, and we reuniting with that person who has done wrong with us. When we are able to forgive anyone, okay, when we practice it, when we adopt it, then we find that our heart, we remove all the impurities and scars from our heart, and we remove all the impurities from our mind. And by doing this, we find ourselves that we are a new person, and after doing this, we find that we reunite with that person who has done with wrong with us. When Jesus was crucified, he prayed to God, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Nothing can be a greater example of forgiveness than this. Students, even you know about the Jesus, and you know that how the people had crucified him. But when they crucified the Jesus, then what the Jesus has prayed to God. Okay, in their mind and in their heart, there's not a revenge. He prayed to God that, please Father, forgive them who has done wrong with me, forgive them. Why? Because they don't know what they have done, what they are doing, they don't know. So forgive them. And students, this is the greatest example of the forgiveness. This is the greatest example of forgiveness, that anyone beating us, killing us, and but we are praying to God that God forgive them. It's the best example which the Jesus has done, which the Jesus had set the example in front of us. Okay. Forgiveness is the definition of a great soul. It imposes you to new heights in life, for it leaves an everlasting impact on the people. It gives you a vision to see and realize that we all commit mistakes. It wins you priceless things. like love, trust and respect. And forgiveness is a definition of a great soul. Only that person can adopt who has a great soul, pure soul. That has the person, only that person can adopt this, and it exposes you to a new height. It takes you to the new height of the life, for it leaves an everlasting impact. It leaves the everlasting impression on the people to whom you have forgive you. It means forgiveness not only reaches to the height, but it also greater. It also leaves a great impression on the person to whom you have forgive, and it gives you a vision to see and realize that we all commit mistake. When you are able to forgive anyone, then you have the vision to see that in your life you have also done the wrong thing, evil thing, or the immoral things. Then it gives you the vision that you see all the right things, and it wins you priceless things like love, trust and respect. And when you have the forgiveness, when you are able to forgive anyone, and after doing this, that it gives you what? Love, trust and respect. Everyone started to love you, trust you and respect you. The next time when you feel like taking revenge on someone, tell yourself, my rich heart speaks the language of forgiveness, and so I set myself free from the bondage of revenge. Students, when anyone has done wrong with you, when you thought, when that things strike in your mind to take revenge to that person, then please tell to your heart, tell to your mind that my rich heart speaks the language of forgiveness, and so I set myself free. I will free myself from this punishment, from this revenge. I will forgive that person, and I will free myself from the bondage of revenge. As students, I have told you, forgiveness not only set free that person, it also heals you also. It free your hearts also from impurities. It deletes all the scars, it remove all the scars from your heart also. So please, so not for that person, for yourself also, you have to learn the quality of forgiveness. And forgiveness makes you promising, bright and holistic. That is why it is believed. And forgiveness makes you promising, bright and holistic. It makes you that you sign in the word. Okay, that is why it is believed that it's a very important quality, and everyone should take this. And there's a given students a thought or moral: to err is human, to forgive divine. It means, students, all people commit sins, all people commit immoral things and make mistakes, but God forgives them, and people are acting in a godlike, means divine way when they forgive. Okay, then it's very important things, and it's that all people do the commits mistakes and commit sins, but it's the quality of God that He always forgives us. And students, and Mahatma Gandhi has also told us that the weak can never forgive. It is the attribute of the strong. Hate the sin, not the sinner. We should hate the immoral thing. We should not hate the people who has done the mistake or who has done the immoral things. So it's very important that cultivate, or please adopt the quality of forgiveness in your heart. And students, as I've asked the question, when someone done mistake with you or done wrong thing with you, then what you will do? You will forgive them, or you will punish them, or you want to take revenge with them? Now, after reading this chapter, I hope you have understand the value of forgiveness, and you will adopt this. So please ask to your heart and ask to your mind also what you should do. You should forgive them or not. But I wish that you will adopt this quality from now onward to adopt this quality, forgiveness. Thank you, student.